Hello and welcome back to Beauty Bee, where today we are talking about eyeshadow. Specifically, we're talking about pairings of eyeshadow colors or shades that I think that I am going to be playing around with this spring 2021. Some of these looks that I'm going to describe I have already done, or at least the pairings I have used in the past. Others are ones that I just think I will likely be reaching for. And I hope that you will be seeing quite a few of these over the next few months. This provides some fun inspiration, and I would love to hear what combinations of colors you're thinking you're going to be reaching for or have been reaching for this spring. I'm realizing that I decided to start this video without having any makeup wipes, but we're just gonna keep going and just see how things go. I wanted to start out this video with the color combination that actually inspired it, and it is Mint and Berry. I am not going to get too hung up on the individual shade names because I would really prefer that people look to their own collection rather than worrying about exactly which shades I'm using, but here are the swatches of the two shades that I've been using. This is a mint glitter. I didn't bother to put glitter glue down, but with some glitter glue, it does build up really nicely. However, I think you can get a sense of at least how shimmery it is on camera now. You just don't get quite the full impact green. I have so many times over the past few months put this berry in my crease and then put this mint all over the lid. I think it is beautiful. It's super easy, but it looks like you've put in a lot of effort, and I just love this shade combination. I happened to pull these two shades at the same time in my Canvas eyeshadows. Otherwise, I probably never would have thought of that combination. That's just not something that I ever would have reached for, but I love it. I think it is stunning. The next pairing that I think I'm going to be reaching for is a blue-green shadow, sort of a deeper blue-green, with a champagne or silvery glitter. I think this is going to look so glam. Let me find my glitter. There it is. I think this will be just perfect for any time that I want to look kind of glam this spring, which can't say that I will probably have too many opportunities, but maybe I'll just be, glam for my Zoom meeting on a Tuesday morning sometime. There's that pairing. I think that those will look beautiful together. Actually, let me put a little bit of that glitter over the green so you can see the effect that I'm going for. Yeah, that's it. That's pretty. I think this will be a lot of fun. We've only made it through two combinations, and I'm regretting my choice not to grab a makeup wipe. The next combination I actually wore yesterday, and I thought that it was beautiful. Over most of my lid, I used Glass Bowl, which is the shortest sort of beige to blue duochrome. I think that if you were in the beauty community, you've likely seen this shade before. It's, I think, one of ColourPop's most popular shades. And I put that all over my lid with some glitter glue underneath to really make it pop. And then in my outer corner, as well as under my eye, I put this blue gunmetal shade. It is a metallic. Give you a little swatch of that. And it was so pretty. That little bit of blue in the gunmetal really brought out the blue shift. They just played together so nicely, and I was really happy with the effect. I actually thought that it made Glass Bowl almost look more like a triochrome even, because You could see it be beige, sort of towards my inner corner, and then it seemed to get to a more medium blue, the shade that it actually shifts to. And then in the outer corner, because I had layered this gunmetal underneath, it looked even deeper. It was just a really pretty effect, and it's definitely a combination that I'm going to reach for more over these next few months, and hopefully well beyond that, because stunning. I caved and got a makeup wipe. How long did you think I was going to last before that happened? I think that 3 was probably about what I would have guessed. I thought maybe I would get to number 4, but not quite this time. This next combination, I want to try out. I think this might be something I try more like in May as we're more transitioning into summer, because it's going to be quite bright. But I want to try a yellow metallic with a pink metallic. And I have no idea how that would turn out. There is the yellow swatched. And then, where did I put my pink? Did I just get up and walk away with it? That's the short answers. Yeah, I basically did get up and walk away with it. These two together. I would want to put some glitter glue underneath this shade that is really impactful, with some glitter glue underneath. I was actually wearing it a little bit more sheer today, and it was a really pretty effect. It was just sort of a monochrome pink look. But I think with that yellow, that would be so summery and fun. I'm definitely going to try that out in May. Next, we're going to move to a much more subdued set of colors. I have a sort of more on the blue side of lavender shade, which I love. I love these more blue-based purples over pink-based purples. I feel that they are just a little bit more interesting, a little bit more unexpected, and I just love them in general. I actually have over the years really liked pairing that shade with this gunmetal. They're from the same palettes. And this summer, I think I want to mix it with this taupe shade. It's a matte taupe. I just feel like that would be a really easy, everyday pairing that I could wear to the office. I could wear it to a Zoom meeting if I needed to look a little bit more professional. I act like I'm going to my office. I'm not, but I could wear this in a fantasy scenario where I was going to work, which, what is 2021 that my fantasy scenario is? I go to work at my office and I sit at my desk for 8 hours. We need to move on. I feel like I have probably worn this next combination before as well, but I really couldn't swear by it. This is going to be sort of an ash blonde shade, a really cool toned shimmery taupe with a matte blush. And I just think this would be really, really stinking pretty. And if I haven't tried this before, I'm somewhat surprised. Here are the two shades swatched together. This is almost coming off a little bit more golden. This is really a sort of a true ash blonde shade in real life. On me, it is the perfect everyday neutral. I love this shade. I've gotten a ton of use out of it. And this is a slightly warm toned blush. I feel like they would just work really well together. This all over the lid and this used as a sort of crease transition duo. I think that would, again, be sort of like the shades above, just in really easy, everyday, wear anywhere kind of combination. This next one is not going to be a wear anywhere everyday kind of combination, but it is going to be very pretty, I think. This is a very pink leaning rose gold, and I would like to pair this with a glitter that also verges on rose gold. This particular one is like a Stila style rose gold glitter. I just think that those two together would be so stunning, so glamorous. I think it would give a little bit more of a pink tone version of what I have on my eyes today. I have a gold with actually same glitter, but it can definitely pull a little more pink or a little bit more gold depending on what you pair it with. And I think with this it would be so pink and so pretty and colorful, but still neutral and just all overall so glam. I think it would be gorgeous. I think you could also do it in a little bit more of a subtle way. Maybe instead of topping the center of the lid or even the inner half of the lid with this shade, maybe just sticking it to a tiny little dot in the inner corner and keeping this over most of the lid. That could be a little bit more subtle and maybe a way to wear it in a little bit more of an everyday setting. But either way, this combination is going to happen for me because it's beautiful. The next combo, I'm not exactly sure how I would put into practice, but I am intrigued by it. And this is a metallic pink. I'm swatching one from ColourPop, but I actually have quite a few different ones in my collection. This one is not swatching very well without the glitter glue, so I'm just gonna switch it out for a different one for the sake of the video. Anyway, a very shimmery pink, which my camera is currently washing out really well, but I think that's actually a good version of the effect that I want. It's just like a pink, almost highlighter sheen. And then to anchor that using a matte gray, which the one that I have is kind of a mid-toned, actually quite, it feels stupid to call a gray a cool toned gray because it's gray, but there are definitely variations on gray that can go, you know, a little more almost olive. This one has a lot of blue to it. And I think that would be a really, really pretty combination. That is certainly a color combination that I would like to see in, you know, like interior decorating. I think that would be very attractive. I'm not sure how those would play together on my eyes, at least by themselves. I think certainly I could put this over most of my lid, put the gray in the outer corner, and then blend out with something a little bit more neutral, and maybe just a really close to my skin tone beige or a little bit of a deeper brown to give some definition to my crease. But I think this would be really pretty, and overall I think it'd be really fun. I really want to try this out. I'm not so sure that the next one really screams spring, but I do think it screams fun, so I wanted to talk about it. This is going to be a matte, sort of blue-based purple, but still a very true, full-on purple. There is that shade. Oof. My swatches have been slowly migrating a little bit further out of your guys' sight. So let's retry that. Here we are. This is going to swatch a little patchy. That's fine. It's not too hard to work with. Anyway, that shade I want to mix with this rather interesting color that I think you could legitimately describe as blue, purple, or silver, depending on the light that you catch it in. Isn't that pretty? I just think that the purple would really bring out the purple in this shade. I think they'd play really nicely together. This is almost giving me more winter than spring, but I mean, I wear color combinations all time of year. Do you guys also? I feel like that's just pretty common across the board. However, some combinations I do think tell the tale of a season a little bit better than others. And this one, I think I will probably try to make work sometime in the next couple of weeks while we're still sort of transitioning fully into spring, though it is full on spring here. It was 84 degrees today. Beautiful, but not really transitioning to spring kind of weather. I'm gonna try to make this work over the next few weeks before we are 100,000% out of winter and fully safely into spring. And we're already to number 10. This combination is one that I actually wore earlier this week and I loved it. This is a bright turquoise blue metallic with some blue-green glitter. And this is such a pretty combination. It's like full-on mermaid vibes. I feel like that's not a thing anymore that people are going for, but I still like it. There are those two colors swatched separately. I will also swatch them over one another so you can see the effect that I was getting. 1 second. My lack of glitter glue strikes again, but you can start to get an idea of the effect. It's this beautiful blue-green, shifty, sparkly goodness, and I really loved it. I thought it was stunning. Okay, and now that I have made a mess of my entire arm, I think that we are done with the video. Let me know if there are any of these particular color combinations that you would like to see in a Get Ready with me. I would be more than happy to oblige because I'm definitely going to reach for almost all of these over these next couple of months. And I hope you will consider liking and subscribing if you enjoyed. Thanks so much for watching, and I hope I'll see you next time. Bye!